There we go. Ready? What's up, what's up, what's up, guys? Coach here, the real estate coach, Marc Mendez. Trying to do something new. With me and Big L, we're grinding never stops. A little spin off to the Chalk Talk, the open playbook of life. We haven't really named this segment just yet. But we are going to be calling some people, just talking, chopping it up 10, 15 minutes. Our first one was with Melvin Dudley. Second one today is special guest. I got another very close friend of mine that's been able to help me in himself as his own journey. His name's Ben Velarde, and making it grain. We'll introduce him right now. About to give him a call and get things rolling here. Hopefully, you guys get something out of this.
Hello.
How's it going, Ben Velarde?
What's going on? What I feel like
You're live. You're live on the set. You're live on TV, radio, podcast, airwaves. So just keep that in mind.
so then make sure I don't let people know about that time you
That
wet
time.
the bed.
The time that I what?
Wet the bed? No,
Wow.
don't say that.
Wow. First off, why would you know about that time? Like, where would we be in the same
We
place?
were roommates. So I mean, she shared a washer and dryer. I remembered
Oh my
you got to turn the water on, and
You
you
were
just left some soiled sheets in the washer. And
wow. So
I was running late.
first off, this is not true. Second of all, we'll cut this out if we have to, because you are lying right now. This is not a good way to start the show, Ben. Just come on lying to my people like that.
You're right. I'm lying. It's a total, complete lie.
So now you're trying to play the reverse psychology like that it didn't happen because I'm not messing with you.
What happened?
I'm not playing this game with you. You know, Elliot, we'll just hang up on him. We'll call somebody else. Forget this guy. So what's going on, man? Are you chopping it up, literally? Making some wood?
Yeah, literally. Like I'm stopping and having to dust myself off to do this real quick. It's not going to be probably as. Are we legitimately live,
Yes.
or you're just like recording and yeah, we'll kind of edit it later? Is that right?
Yes. We're recording, but you are live and we are on the mic. We had a little Toby and Weeway intro. Oh, actually, I think that was J. Cole. I put J. Cole for you because I know you put me on the J. Cole.
Hey.
So yeah, man. Tell us a little bit about you. I know you've, one of the things I want to call you the second guest ever on. We haven't really titled this. It's kind of a little spinoff to the show where we're giving, calling people, talking for about 10, 15 minutes just about some things that are going on or what they got going on. Go ahead and plug yourself, man. What are some of the things that you've been doing?
All right. Yeah. So started a woodworking company called Make It Grain Woodwork.
Make it grain.
Make It Grain.
It's clever.
And yeah, man.
I'm sure your wife thought about that.
No, I definitely. I think of all the catchy captions, and everything that gets posted is all off the dome, dude.
Oh, okay.
So
Freestyle King, huh? Freestyle King.
I'm definitely creative.
Okay.
That's creative sometimes. No, it's funny. It's like whenever I try to think of like something catchy, and it has nothing to do with me, I usually can do it pretty quick. But the name, whenever I was trying to think of the name, man, it took usually a year, I would say. I just kept putting it off a little bit. I was like intimidated by trying to think of something that wasn't going to be corny and that would be kind of catchy and that would kind of stick at the front of people's minds whenever they would hear it. And I don't know if I overthought it or if I was, man, dude. See, this is why we got to coordinate stuff. I have my neighbor here at the front door.
Your movers?
Hold on real quick. No, a neighbor. My neighbor's at the front door.
Oh, okay. Well, we can put them on the
hold
show
on for
if we
a sec?
have to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bron.
Hey, what's up, P? Hold on, my neighbor needs some jumper cables. Uh, see how freestyling? You see where that gets you?
Yeah, that's fine. Did you? Are they done?
No, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think I have some in the truck, but man, they might be in the Jeep. Hold on.
Boy, it's ruining my show right now. Just.
Yeah, they are in the Jeep. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I guess that's indicator that I need to get some, right? Yeah. All right, my bad. Yeah, you too. Good luck. Neighborly, bro. All my neighbors love me.
Oh yeah, what are they asking for?
Jumper cables.
Oh, jumper cables. They don't love you. They just need
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well, I'm like the neighborhood, like, I don't want to say handy guy, but
But you just
handy guy.
did. But you just did. Yeah. So man,
Yeah. So like,
tell me about your journey, man. I know you left a very good career that you were very good at something that was making you paying you very well. Um, but you decided to walk
yeah.
away and kind of create your own lane and do something for yourself. Tell me about that journey. How was that for you? How scary was it? What made you really decide to do that?
Yeah. So, working in the collision industry, body and paint, auto repair, and it was it's a great career. It's well paying. It's commission based, so the harder you work, the more you can make. And I mean, I did it for a long time. It's not a bad gig. It's just it's not something I'm passionate about. And um, I, I was in that field for about 11 years,
Hmm.
and it just had run its course, man. I mean, I think that the old adage is like 100% true, not to be cliche, but it's really, you just can't get caught up chasing, the dollar sign because, it's just, it's short lived, at least it was for me. And so I just felt like, I was able to make good money and stack, my savings account and all that. But again, it's just a day to day grind. It was just something that was just draining me. I
Hmm.
hated what I did. And I literally quit whenever I was at my highest, as far as performance and pay. And it just, it's just draining, man. Just again, something I wasn't passionate about. I wasn't even sure what I was passionate about. I just knew it wasn't that, and
Hmm.
I had always put off quitting. I knew that I wanted to quit one day, but I always put it off because I wanted to have something to transition to. I didn't just want to quit cold turkey and not have a clue. And
But you did that.
fortunately for me, I did do that. Yeah, and
So
all credit to my wife, Patsy, for that. So were you gonna ask me something, or you want me to keep going? You have a question?
no, go ahead. I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's just
so yeah, I
something
mean,
that. Go
go
ahead.
ahead, sir.
Go
You
ahead.
you get your question in.
No, I'm just saying it's something to be commended for. Like you knew you wanted to get out of it, but you also said you wanted to have something. But even though you didn't necessarily have something to quote unquote fall back on, I know your wife has a very successful business. That like you said, you're giving the credit for being able to allowing you that freedom to walk away from that. Um, but I've known you a long time. Started coaching you a long time ago, and we've become very good friends. The what's me, you, and Bailey's the what's our little thing called? I forgot. Best friend trio. There you go.
best friend trio.
Best friends
Yeah,
trio.
but see, that doesn't really apply to you because you got every person I know that you know is your best friend. So
Every
um,
person that you know that I know is my best friend.
yeah, like every friend of yours that you bring up to me is like another one of your best friends. So
Are you
you
jealous,
know,
man? Are you jealous?
no, I just think that trio uh, doesn't really add up whenever you say it. But you know,
So when you and Bailey said, okay, well, I
but yeah,
apologize that I have a lot of
we're taking
friends.
applications. We're
Oh yeah.
taking applications for a full time best friend,
Oh, y'all taking
not a
that.
part
So
time.
y'all just gonna kick me out.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey,
Okay.
not not exactly, but
Well, that
yeah,
hurts.
man. I mean, yeah, I mean, look, the thing with Patsy, my wife is like, yeah, like it's easy for me to say, hey, her business blew up, and so financially I was able to do that, and that's true for sure. But I think the biggest thing was like just the support that she had for me. Like seriously, like she had to like beg me to quit my job. She hated seeing me coming home, miserable or just complaining about something new every day. And I think that was like one day. I mean, she had told me countless times to quit, and I just always in the back of my mind, like, yeah, yeah, I am. Like, I just got to transition. And just one day, we were talking about her business, and then it sort of kind of just led to like me and like what I was doing, and I think that she ended up just like breaking down, crying, and kind of just like really like just begging me to just quit. I think it was number one, she's so supportive of like everything I do, but I think that she had got kind of like a taste of like her success and like her passion and it taking off, and so I think she just kind of wanted the same thing from me, and that was the biggest thing, dude. Whenever I talk to other people, I a lot of times I'll hear like a friend of mine talk about or bring up that their wife isn't 100% on board with you know something that they want to do, and after those conversations, it's just like it's just been something I've like learned to be grateful about. Is like having like that partner, that's like 100% on board with what you're doing because man, if you guys are at a cross on things at home, and it trickles like into everything. At least it does for me. If like me and Patsy are like, have differences going on and aren't seeing eye to eye on stuff, like it definitely affects everything that I do.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the biggest thing for me, man. Was just her like pushing me to do something, to get away from something I hate and just start like trying to figure out, what it is that I want to do, be passionate about.
And I think the life lesson in that is that, although it's your wife, which is amazing, not everybody may have a wife out there that is that supportive or just a person in their life is that supportive to see that you're not happy. And oftentimes we don't maybe even realize that we're selling ourselves short. And again, like you said, she found her passion, she found her fire, and she turned her gift into something very successful. And she really just wanted that for you. And I think for the most part, our friends, best friends, as many as I have, do want the best thing for you. Uh, but you also have to want it for yourself, and you have to see that for yourself. And so I really appreciate your growth, man. I've seen you being a knuckleheaded uh, player for me that just, you're an average player, but, you always got the best out of your skills.
This guy, you just can't help it, huh?
Help what? What do you mean? I'm just saying, like, you always got the most out of your talents as little as they were.
Yeah, there you go. You just can't help it. I can't. If it's not me being one of the top fastest dudes on the squad, or me being your most consistent touchdown go getter, then
Oh,
I don't.
don't be humble now.
What?
Go ahead. Don't be humble
What?
now.
Hey, want me to that all star teams? Just I just don't know what it's gonna take for you to like appreciate
In all
what I
honesty,
put on the
man,
field for you, bro.
you know you are one of the founding Duville members. Me, you, and
Playing both
Bailey.
sides.
Me and you, Bailey, got the Duville tattoo first. So we definitely have a brotherhood and a tightness. You know, all kidding aside, you've been one of the most consistent players in Duville, playing both corner and wide receiver. Um, one of the fastest dudes on the teams. Not sure if you were the fastest. I don't know. I think Andre Chillers will probably get you. Um,
Hmm. Hmm. I don't
Andre
know. I don't know
Andre
about
Chillers
that
might
one.
get you. McCoy thinks he could get you. I think back in the day. I'm not sure about now, but B
Oh, I'm
McCoy.
not even debating the McCoy one, dude.
Ooh, fire! We might have to get we might have to get Coach McCoy on here to see what we got. But nah, man.
No, all
Again,
respect to McCoy.
yeah, for sure. I just what would you say? You know, to kind of wrap this up, what would you say to people that need to take that leap of faith um, to really follow a passion, even if they don't maybe know what that is? Um, you know, kind of set it up of what you think they should be able to do, what steps they should take to try to follow their passion, um, and trust that it's gonna work out because, like you said, chasing the dollar and chasing that 9 to 5. Although some people, you know, they have no choice, but I think the Bible says, "A gift will make room for you." You found a gift. You're self-taught in making making the grain. You know, you make cutting boards for my clients, um, different things. What are those stovetop covers? What are those things called?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've made a few of those. I really mostly specialize in like furniture,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the
I
like
was
the
just
cutting.
saying like you've self-taught yourself how to make all these, and
Right.
um,
Okay.
I think if you
Yeah.
want something bad enough, which you do, you know, we live in an information age where everything is available to learn out there, and you've really done that. So, what would you say before let you go? What would you say to somebody that needs to chase their dream or is kind of scared to take that leap of faith?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy for those that know what they want to do. Like if somebody's working a job, at Wells Fargo or some corporate type job, but they've always had in the back of their mind that, hey man, I'm really into music or whatever it is. Then like that's I think that's the easy part. The easy part is trying to figure out, the easy part is really jumping into what you love. But I think the hard part really is figuring out, for a lot of people, figuring out what it is that you're passionate about. And so, for those that say already know what they want to do, to me that's just a no-brainer. You have to chase that. If you know something you're passionate about and you just love it every time you're immersed in whatever that is, then you have to just jump and try it because a lot of those like corporate jobs, those will always be there. And that, at least for me, was kind of one of my motivators. Was I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that the career I was in was always going to be there. And if I were to leave and try something else and I failed, I would have like just my mental or my like yeah the psyche would be so much better for me going back to that old job because I knew I tried. I at least tried something that I was
Hmm.
passionate about that didn't work. And versus whenever you're sitting at your corporate job, you never try it. You're always just wondering what if, what if, what if. And I think that's a big killer for people. So you have to. If you are passionate about something, you have to give it a try, even if it's on the side. Even if you're just spending like an hour after your normal job every day trying to like build something or trying to get traction in that area, in that field, and you do that. Now, if you don't know what you're passionate about, that's where I think a lot of people are. That's where I was. I know. Um, I think the biggest thing is you have to at least step away from doing something you hate. So if you don't know what you love, if you know what you hate, then you can't do that. You have to just start trying things, start crossing things off the list. And that's kind of what woodworking was for me. I had zero uh, experience or history doing any sort of woodworking or being handy at all. Before this, I'd always, if we needed something done at the house, I had always, I was the one to say, hey, Pat, let's call the expert. Let's call whichever contractor to come out and get this done. So, you know, I had no idea. Me trying to woodworking was just something that I was like, well, seems cool, like trying to like build things with your hands and make it kind of artsy and I can make it my own. That seems cool. Let me try that, and it just so happened that it stuck, and but I was fully prepared for it not to, and I bought a bunch of cheap stuff at the beginning just so I didn't get fully invested in it, and I would say the biggest thing is you have to just at least step away from what you hate doing, because you'll just get sucked into that, and at least I did, and it took me actually just having to quit that field altogether for me to really focus on something different. If not, I would have always my mind would have always just been there, where I didn't want it to be in the body repair industry. So yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of my long-winded answer on that. I mean, life's too short, for sure. I've had a bunch of friends just this summer. I've had 4 people I know pass away, all young guys, and you just don't know. A lot of people get caught up in like the mindset of like, hey, you gotta work and grind and just save up. And while there's truth to that, it's like you can't, we all know you can't take your money with you when you die. Like tomorrow, you could get diagnosed with, you know, stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and I say that because I had a buddy that had that and passed away from it. And it's like you just have no idea, man. It's like you spent the last 10 years of your adulthood just working at a job you hated and saving up, and for what? It's just you just have to take advantage of the really really short time we have here.
Yep. I mean, I think as long-winded as you thought that was, I think it was all very important content to say and to encourage people. Like you said, tomorrow's not promised, and the things I've been going through, we talked about, and just got to go day by day and do your best and try to get better each day. And don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and jump into something you love, because, like you said, those corporate jobs are probably always going to be there. And not to, again, I don't ever like to down people that are doing that. Most of them are doing it to provide for their family. And a lot of people do love their job, so
Yeah,
that's good. As long as you love what you're doing, if you're helping people, and maybe you're the best call center rep in the world because you love helping people, you love interacting with people, then cool, keep doing what you're doing. It's not to say not to do that, but I think your story is a good story. I've seen the growth in you, and I just want to say I'm proud of you for taking that leap. And I see the furniture business is doing well. Um, I see your work getting better and better, and I appreciate the things you've done made for my clients. Actually, got to hit you up with a couple orders for something very soon, but. We just want to thank you,
yeah,
me and Big L. Where grinding never stops, for this kind of pop up. I text you a couple, 15, 20, 30 minutes ago. I was like, can you be on the show? You're like, this isn't going to stop, so let me just do this. So we
yeah.
appreciate you,
It's like this.
man. Any last words before we sign off?
Um, no, man. I mean, I think that the biggest thing is like everything that we talk about is just so cliche. I think that it really it just does come down to actually just doing it, and not talking about it, and not there's a planning stage for sure, but you just have to make sure that it is just that. It's just a stage. It's just like a phase that you go through, and that you move on to the next one. So like just everything we talked about, just you know things that you hear all types of entrepreneurs are always saying, but I think that we're always saying that because it is true, and you don't realize how true it is until you just say, screw it. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm gonna put my all into it, and I think it's just like with anything, man. Like, yeah, whatever it is that you start doing, you're not gonna, you're gonna be messing up, and you're not gonna be as good as where you want to be. But I think with anything, you know, as long as you're doing it every single day, I think those are the ones that make it out the rough, and there's a lot of people that try doing different things and fail, but I just think it's the ones that are willing to fail for a longer period of time that are the ones that ultimately make it in their, you know, on their journey or their entrepreneur, whatever it is that they jumped into. It's just stacking. It's all about just stacking all those days together, one day at a time, one brick at a time, you know. And here I'm coming up on year 3. You know, it's crazy. Like I
Wow.
didn't. It's blown by.
I
So
didn't
it's
even
like,
realize it's year 3 already. That is crazy.
yeah, man. I mean, it's like two and a half or so. But you know, still, it's just like, man, like it feels like I just quit the job. And there's just times where I'm sitting in my garage, in my, I hate to call it a garage now, it's a wood shop, right? But
Yeah.
there's times where I'm sitting in my shop and I'm like just sweating, working away, and I'm like, I just have a really, really maybe unproductive day, and I'm making mistakes left and right. And there's times where I'm for sure questioning, like, man, is this like, what am I doing? Like, you know, I left a 6-figure job to just kind of sweat in my garage and try to make it. Like, but I firmly believe that you have, like, you know, that it just takes consecutive days of just consistency. Just it's the ones that are, like I already said, it's just the ones that are willing to just keep at it day after day after day, no matter what kind of production they had. It's just the ones that just stick with it that end up succeeding. You know, I think there's a lot of people who attempt something and will be really talented at it if they just stick it out. But I think most of us get discouraged pretty quick, you know. And I just think that's the biggest thing is like, just, you know, you have a bad day, if you have a bad week, okay, just keep it going. If this is something you want to make work, just keep it going, stack those days together, you
Don't
know, and
don't don't keep
eventually
it
just
going. Run it back. That's what it
run
is.
it
Run
back.
it back. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said, non-productive morning, run it back. Non-productive day, run it back. Non-productive week, run it
yeah,
back. So,
exactly, man. Yep,
well,
that's
cool,
it, dude.
man. I appreciate you coming on. If for those of y'all out there, check out my guy Ben Velarde on Instagram, making it grain. It's like making
Make
it.
it grain,
Oh, make
make
it
it
grain.
grain woodwork.
Make it
Make
grain
it grain
woodworks.
woodwork. All one on Instagram. It's all one word, you know, or all one sentence, I guess.
Make it
And
grain
on Facebook, it's
woodworks.
just make it grain woodwork.
Well, check him out on IG, man. I appreciate you, man. Real talk. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you being a brother. I appreciate you being a friend. Um, and thanks
For
for
sure,
that
likewise,
story
bro.
at the beginning. You know, it's really set the tone. I appreciate that.
Definitely, yeah. Let me know. I can check this. I don't. Are you guys posting? I haven't seen the phone interviews, so
Haven't seen the what?
I've seen the. I haven't seen these phone interviews. Are you posting them somewhere, or like I've
Yeah,
seen
we'll be
obviously
posting
the
these
crop
soon.
top? Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be posting these soon.
cool.
So I'll let you
Yeah,
know when it drops, and you can become famous.
sweet. Yeah, go visit my page, throw a like, follow me,
There we
put the
go.
links in
Follow and
order.
throw a like. Look at this guy. This guy's a walking promo now. I don't even know this guy. All right, Ben. Well,
Yeah.
we appreciate you, man. Get back to making some woodworks, and let's see where we go from here.
Alrighty, man.
All right, man.
Y'all
Talk
be
to you
safe.
later. You
Thank y'all.
too.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
I can't sleep cause I'm paranoid. Black in a white man territory. Cops bust in with the army guns. No evidence of the harm we done. Just a couple neighbors that assume we slang. Only time they see us we